Hello, grade 7 students. How are you? Welcome back to another English lesson. We have a reading lesson today, and we are starting with the first part of the lesson 6b, Read plus Vocabulary. Let's take a look at the objectives for today's lesson. There are two objectives that we will need to work on. So by the end of this video, you will be able to first identify and use 7 new vocabulary words in context. Second, you will be able to get the main idea of the reading text. So please open your student book to page 76 and 77. Alright, are you ready? Let's get started. Before we start our lesson, let's discuss. Question number 1. Have you ever traveled before? Question number 2. What is your favorite type of holiday? And finally, question number 3. Which country would you like to visit and why? Please pause the video and think carefully about the answers for the following questions. Alright, now that you are done, please share your answers with your teacher and classmates on Teams. Well, before we start reading, let's learn the new vocabulary words that we will need for today's reading lesson. Look at the picture. This type of trip is very exciting. It's a trip in a car, often in Africa, on which you go to watch wild animals and take photos of those different animals. So what do we call this type of trip? Great, safari. Repeat after me, safari. For example, we went on a safari in Kenya last summer and saw many animals. Next, it is someone's job to show tourists interesting places and explain to them more about the history of the places or the country itself. What do we call this person? That's right, we call this person a guide. Repeat after me, guide. For example, our tour guide was very smart and answered all our questions about the museum. Next, look at these two pictures. We use these small pieces of glass or wood or even plastic to create jewelry like necklaces or bracelets. What do we call them? Great, beads. Repeat after me, beads. For example, my sister makes beautiful multicolored bead necklaces. Next, did you know, dear students, that a cannon was used in the past to inform people about iftar time? The cannon is fired at sunset to make sure that people who lived far away or in near villages also heard it and could break their fast. Well, a cannon is also fired nowadays during Ramadan around Qatar to announce iftar time. We can say that this custom is from the past and continues to the present. Well, what's another word for custom? Wonderful, tradition. Repeat after me, tradition. For example, it's a Qatari tradition for kids to get money in Eid. Next, I am sure you will know this vocabulary word. Look at the pictures. What do we call the hard pieces that form the skeleton inside a person's or animal's body? That's correct. Bones. Repeat after me, bones. Accidents in hockey cause many broken bones. Next, do you know the name of this long, thin boat that is pointed at both ends? Bravo! This is called a canoe. Repeat after me, canoe. For example, sit down or you could fall off the canoe. Finally, if you look at the pictures, you will see this portable shelter that is made of cloth and supported by poles and ropes. You can fold it and carry it with you to the forest or the beach. We call this a tent. Repeat after me, tent. For example, we need a tent for next week's camping trip. Great, dear students. We have achieved the first objective. We have identified and used 7 new vocabulary words in context. Let's move to the reading text. take a look at today's reading text in your student book, page 76, and answer the following question. What is the type of this text? We have talked about this type before. The text has pictures, and the text is in the form of dialogues between the characters. So what's the type of this text? You are correct. It is a comic strip. Well, who are the characters in the comic strip? Awesome. You can find all the characters in this one picture. As for the names, they are easy to find in the text since the name of the characters are written in the dialogue. For example, we have Jake, Anne, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Smith, and the guide who does not have a name and is simply called the guide in the text. Now, can you guess what the comic strip is about? Pause the video, look at the pictures carefully, try to guess what the comic strip is about, and come back when you are done. Are you done? Well, let's read to check if your guess is right or wrong. First, you are going to listen to the text and then you are going to practice reading. So please, follow along with your finger or pencil while listening to the reading text and pay attention to pronunciation.
Read. B.
Hello, everyone. Ready to start?
Come on, everyone. Get in. Our guide is here.
In a minute. I've left something in the tent.
I'm ready for my first safari. Have you all taken your things?
I took my camera, my hat.
Hey, where's Mum?
She's gone back to the tent. She wants to wear her new necklace.
Nice beads, Mum.
Thanks. I got them from that Maasai village yesterday. The Maasai women make and wear necklaces. It's a tradition.
I think they use animal bones to make them.
Yes, they did in the past. They also use grass and sticks to make them. Now they use beads.
I thought blue was your favourite colour.
It is, but I chose orange because it represents friendship, and I like the people here in Tanzania.
Later.
This national park is great. Wow, I've never seen a real-life zebra before.
I saw some last year when we went on a school trip to the zoo.
At a lake.
Those giraffes are drinking water. How cute. Can we go closer?
No. Remember, they might be cute, but they're wild animals. Don't stand up in the canoe.
Oh no, my necklace.
It's in the lake.
I've lost it forever.
Don't cry, Mum.
Later.
Mum, that baby giraffe has got your necklace.
What? You can keep my necklace, I don't mind, and we can be best friends forever.
Great. Now it's your turn to read. Please pause the video and read the text out loud. So after reading the text, please answer the following question. What kind of holiday is the family Smith on? Remember, they were in a park driving past wild animals and then they were in a canoe where they saw giraffes. So yes, you are right. They are on a safari. Next, please choose the best title for today's reading text. Is it A, a safari trip, B, a trip to the zoo, C, the giraffe family, or D, how to make a necklace? The main idea for the text could be very helpful when choosing the best title. Now pause the video, go back to the text, decide the best title, and come back when you are done. Alright, let's check if you answered correctly. Well, if you answered A, a safari trip, then you are correct. All of the events of the story happened during a safari trip. It can't be B, a trip to the zoo, because the Smith family were not in the zoo. They were actually in a national park. It can't be C too, the giraffe family, because it is true that there were giraffes in the story, but the text is not about the giraffe family only, so this can't be a good title. Finally, it can't be D, how to make a necklace, because again, the text is not about how to make a necklace. It's true that Mrs. Smith and Anne do talk about the Maasai women and how they make and wear necklaces, but they don't go into details about the process. Now, after reading the text, answer the following questions. Who are the characters in the text? Are you able to name them all and match them with their pictures? Very good. This man here is the guide in the trip. Then we have Mr. Smith. Next, we have the daughter Anne, then the son Jake, and finally Mrs. Smith, the mother. Okay, where is the Smith family? We know they are on a safari trip. But which country are they in exactly? Go back to the text and find the answer. Have you found the answer? Excellent, they are in Tanzania. You can find the answer here. Mrs. Smith tells Jake that she loves the people here in Tanzania. Next question. Which animals did the Smith family see on their trip? You are right, they saw zebras and giraffes. Finally, what did Mrs. Smith lose in the trip? At the end of the text, Mrs. Smith lost something precious to her. What was it again? Very good, you are correct. Mrs. Smith lost her necklace and the baby giraffe finally got it. Alright, what animals can you see on a safari trip? Look at the small parts of this picture and try to quickly name this animal. Well, this animal has special black and white stripes. It spends most of its day eating grass and sometimes leaves. And the Smith family met this animal on their safari trip. Amazing, dear students, this is a zebra. The next animal is known as the king of jungle. This animal has fur around its face called mane. This animal likes to live in groups of 10 or 15 animals called prides. So, this animal is, that's correct, lion. Finally, this animal is very big and is considered the second largest land animal on Earth. This animal likes to spend most of its day in rivers and lakes to stay cool when it is very hot. This big animal is great at swimming and can hold its breath for up to 5 minutes underwater. Do you recognize this animal? That's right, this is a hippo. Now let's work on vocabulary in your student book, page 77. For this exercise, you need to match the pictures with the animals, then listen and check your answers. Now please pause the video, complete the exercise, and come back when you are done. Alright, let's see how well you did in this exercise.
2. Vocabulary. Match the pictures with the animals. Then listen and check your answers. 1. Giraffe. 2. Deer. 3. Zebra. 4. Lion. 5. Hippo. 6. Tiger. 7. Camel. 8. Snake.
Very good. We have achieved the second objective for today's lesson. We got the main idea of the reading text. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, stay safe, and see you in the second part.